All right, ladies and gentlemen, Musharikin al-Kiram, we are pleased to have Madam Ekaterina Belousova, Senior Managing Director, St. Petersburg International Mercantile Exchange, SPIMEX, to deliver a special presentation on St. Petersburg Exchange Islamic Finance Pilot Project. Please welcome. Over to you, ma'am.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It's enough long way was to us to be here, but I'm very happy to present our pilot project for so distinguished audience. The President of the Russian Federation, just a moment, I understand how does it work. President of the Russian Federation has set before us clear and ambitious goal of the creation of sustainable and dynamic economy as one of the key national development priorities up to 2036. To achieve this, we're building a network of stable partnership with foreign nations while developing infrastructure necessary for foreign trade, industrial cooperation, and entry into new markets. Among these priorities, expanding cooperation with the Islamic world will stand as one of the most important directions in Russia's foreign trade policy. Now some words about the exchange. St. Petersburg International Mercantile Exchange was established in 2008 on the initiative of the President of the Russian Federation, and its mission is to create organized exchange trading and provide objective price indicators for key commodities. Today, SPIMEX is the largest commodity exchange in Russia. We organize trading in refined products, crude oil, natural gas, and others. Alongside sports trading, future contracts allow participants to secure a price up to 12 months in advance, providing predictability and stability. Our infrastructure includes Russian oldest clearing organization, supported 5 settlement and 22 guarantee banks, robust network of delivery operators, largest independent electronic trade platform for governmental and commercial procurement, OTC platform with a function of official registration of such transaction. The core technology for data distribution is an informational and analytic platform, SPX. Okay, it's okay. Thank you. Appropriate development of SPX. It serves as a Russian market data aggregator, providing real-time access to comprehensive information on trading activities and results, including both on exchange and OTC indexes, data from exchange forecast service, as well as macroeconomic indicators and statistics from Ministry of Economic Development, Federal Anti-Monopoly Service, APEC, our partners, and open data platforms. SPIMEX also leads in macroeconomic forecasting, consulting expertise from major analytic team of macroeconomics, currency, commodities, and corporate sectors. In 2024, the exchange of Russia, Belarus, Kyrgyzstan, Uzbekistan, and Kyrgyzstan signed an agreement to establish a unified system of international indicators based on SPX platform. And this year, SPIMEX launched National Exchange Pricing Agency, developing representative price indicators and analytics for refined products, petrochemicals, and timber markets. It's based on real transaction and industry analytics. SPIMEX now provides more than 800 indexes and indicators, serving as reliable benchmarks for business and governmental authorities, and used Bank of Russia for market tax anti-monopoly regulation. SPIMEX has sent...
Ma'am, can you please move a little bit closer to the mic? Yeah, thank you.
It's better?
Yes.
Thank you. SPIMEX has signed over 20 cooperation agreements with foreign exchanges and exchanges association, including commodity exchanges from Iran, Pakistan, Belarus, Indonesia, and other countries. We also initiated creation of International Association of Commodities and Future Exchanges, joint changes from EU plus, BRICS plus, and SCO countries. Today, our focus exchange further toward deeper cooperation with Muslim countries. Our objective is to create fair, transparent, and share compliance conditions for organized trading, open to all participants, including Muslim partners and investors. In Russia, since 2023, the experiment on Islamic finance has been carried out, which is aimed, among other things, at establish contacts with financial institutions of countries where such financial mechanisms and instruments are already actively developed. As mentioned already, globally, the Islamic finance market exceeds $5 trillion at the start of this year, with annual growth above 10%. In Russia, since the Islamic finance experiment began, the portfolio of partner financing has grown to 8.6%, to 8.6 billion rubles, with average annual growth above 65%. Spymax trade real, tangible goods, oil, grain, fertilizers, and other resources, ensuring transparency and fair pricing based only on supply and demand. And we consider that the exchange largely fits Sharia standards. We organize commodity exchange trading based on AAOIFI Sharia standards. A technological scheme of exchange trading, partner financing, were developed together with Bank of Russia. Trading admission rules, exchange trading, and clearing rules are amended and refined in accordance with these standards. Structure of progressive transaction, time interval between them, and automation process were determined with the participation of Sharia experts. Briefly speaking, we are forming the framework for Sharia-compliant trading, which includes organizing exchange trading under AAOIFI standards, developing partnership financial instruments, creating dedicated Islamic segment with Islamic broker, introducing Islamic clearing for interest-free settlements, structuring Murabaha transaction, conducting internal and external Sharia audit, and obtaining fatwa confirming compliance. The first pilot transaction using partner financial instrument is completed at the beginning of December this year with full regulatory approval. Looking ahead, Spymax plans to introduce advanced financial tools for producers of sugar, grain, oil, cement, and metal. We will also develop Salam contracts, Islam equivalent for prepaid futures. Such a financial instrument can become the basis for financial agriculture producer before sowing. And for short-time financing within the framework of phase of production cycle, mining and processing industry. Additionally, we are preparing Sharia compliance market indexes, including capitalization indexes for companies whose shares meet Islamic investment criteria. Ladies and gentlemen, the St. Petersburg International Mercantile Exchange stands ready to become a bridge between Russian commodity market and markets of Islamic world. We are confident that our effort to build transparent, fair, and inclusive trading conditions to give powerful and momentum to the growth of Islamic finance in Russia and open new opportunities for cooperation across global Islamic economic community. And now, please let me pass the word to Vladimir Malenko, our partners from Consumer Society as Salam, with whom we signed the agreement in March of this year to organize exchange trading in accordance with Sharia standards. Can you help?
Hello. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Can I be seen and heard? Okay. Well, I'm Vladimir. I'm with the Assalam company. We are one of the founders of this partnership financing experiment in Russia. So as members of Export Council under the government of Russian Federation, we essentially can shape how this experiment goes. It has been a couple of years already. The main activity of the company is the development of the capital markets, and that's exactly what I wanted to discuss. I'm going to try to be very brief and concise. The capital markets essentially is the foundation on which the entire ecosystem of Islamic finance is built. So in some countries, Islamic capital market makes up to 60 to 70% of the entire Islamic economy. In such infrastructure, the platforms such as exchanges, formal exchanges, investment platforms, they are the key essential instruments. They provide the liquidity flow, essentially like the body's circulatory system. And so they ensure the capital flow and the stability of the system. And the special role in such environment is, of course, the commodity exchange. Because commodity flows is not just a way to secure supply of commodities to business. Essentially, for us in Islamic finance, and I've been doing it for some 10 years, it's a tool for structuring many types of financial transactions. I'm talking about commodities. As many religious scholars here would agree, the commodity instruments are historically and ideologically are closest to Sharia. So they are the Sharia compliance are easy to assure. After all, the Quran allows trade and forbids riba. So one of the most common transactions, of course, is the commodity murabaha. As we know, this essentially great instrument often faces distortions. Even in my own practice, there have been cases when we have executed transactions where there were simultaneous execution of purchase and sale, essentially where the market risk is taken out. So basically, sometimes the financial part of a murabaha comes to the forefront, and the Sharia requirements, this sort of a move to the background. In our pilot, we did everything possible to avoid such risks. So we approached the structure very carefully, and the full structure of this commodity murabaha takes several days. It's definitely enough for changes in the market price to be more than just a formality. And it generally affects the client's outcome once they exit into liquidity. So we follow not just the letter, but the spirit of the Holy Quran. And as being a novelty market, the Russian Federation, we're not bound by any legacy rules. So we don't have 20-year history of Islamic finance development. So we can start from scratch and use the best practices. So without the legacy rules. Moreover, we're working on developing standards for commodity murabaha. So we just don't want to just formalize the rules, but we want to try to prevent a situation where this instrument is used where there are more suitable alternatives exists. And the next step was, of course, securitizing such transactions and issuing sukuk. What's very, in conclusion, what's very important for us is the development of the Islamic capital market in Russia can become the foundation of cooperation with OIC countries, which is relevant for both the St. Petersburg Exchange and for some other platforms, is the possibility of building bridges between formal exchanges globally. Many people do not perceive Russia as a place for applying Islamic finance, but let me remind you, but there are no less than 25 million Muslims in Russia. So it's actually great market to apply. So the Islamic finance in Russia, the Islamic finance market in Russia is only beginning to develop. Being in a nascent stage, we are ready to adopt only the very best global practices. So we have a chance to avoid other mistakes and biases and become this Islamic Innovation Center. So basically, this Murabaha pilot transaction, I think, is our claim to fame. Thank you.
Thank you once again for this opportunity to present our pilot project, and we are very hope for cooperation of all of you. Thank you.
Thank you to Ms. Ekaterina. And now we would like to invite Sheikh Muhammad Hud bin Salahuddin from ASAS, General Secretary of ASAS, to present the memento. Thank you.